think a player would be like someone who just like Peter Cirillo.
Can we put that in there?
Players have all, can I say hoes? Players have all the hoes.
A player is someone who treats relationships and hooking up as a game, which is why they're called a player. They go around and they hook up with as many people as they can. They don't really care who gets hurt, what feelings are involved.
Everyone knows at least one.
They know how to play the game. You know, they're talking to 3 different girls at one time. You have no idea.
A player is, a player is obviously a dude who just keeps, trying to get a different girl every night.
Guys aren't just players, girls can be players too. They're just usually not as common.
Someone who fucks a lot. Someone who gets a lot of action over and over again, like a different person every night.
A player's basically a man whore.
Someone who just makes girls think that they're the only one in their life. I don't think a player is someone who's promiscuous. I think that's completely different. If you're up front and you're like, look, you're not the only one, I'm just trying to have fun. That's not being a player. A player is someone who's like, oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful to every girl and makes them think they have a chance. That's a player.
That's fine, as long as you don't get herpes. That's totally fine. Wrap it up.
If you are a player, you don't want to get too specific. You're gonna forget which girl you're texting. That's obviously why you've got baby number 1 and all the different ones. Just keep it simple, you're so beautiful, you're so pretty. That always works.
Someone that has multiple people on their arms, or someone who looks very cocky wherever you're going out, I guess. And also if they live right next to you, someone that has a different person every single night. That is a true player that I aspire to be.
You can see them scanning a group of people. They're usually squinting and looking around. You see them move from girl to girl approximately every 7 minutes.
So it's like the player picks the person per day who they want to screw.
Being promiscuous is great. I don't like the whole double standard that exists. And I think, if a girl wants to go out and sleep around, more power to her. Good for you, just don't get crabs.
Flirtatious and promiscuous is 2 different things. I think sometimes it's okay to be flirtatious, but promiscuous, probably not all the time.
I don't believe in that stupid double standard where guys can sleep with everyone but girls can't. You just have to be smart about it because everyone else thinks that there is a double standard, so just don't tell people about your shit.
Being promiscuous isn't a problem if you're smart about it. Being loudly promiscuous is a problem. Don't tell everyone about it. Nobody really cares. But if you know, good for you if you can get different people every day. I don't know how you can do that, but good for you. Just don't tell me about it, and I that's all.
I think
Just have an aura. Yeah, just kind of know. You know when a guy is a player.
I feel like they don't waste time either.
Yeah, they just want to
yeah.
get there.
Someone who hangs out at the same bar and says the same lines to the same type of woman.
Let me tell you what a player is. One time I was in class and I looked over at this guy's cell phone and it said Babe 1 and he wrote, "You're so pretty. Can't wait to see you on Saturday. Heart." Looked over his phone 10 minutes later and he had Christina. Heart. "Can't wait to see you on Friday. Been waiting to see you all week. Heart." And I was just like, there's no way, this can't.
That's a smart player, though.
I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Third girl, he writes, "Can't see you anymore. Have to go on an interview on Friday." I think you're seeing Christina on Friday. That's a player.
If I'm at the club or whatever, at the club, I kind of hated saying that, but if I'm out, I'll eyeball someone, but then no joke, every single time I eyeball someone, they just go. So I'm just oh, okay, let's move on.
Probably a guy who's just going to every person at the bar or club or whatever and just is there, has no time, and it's all right, we're doing this or we're not doing this.
It's like baseball. You're gonna go up you're not gonna hit a home run every single time you go up to bat. You just gotta wait for your turn in the rotation and just go back up and keep swinging, and eventually you're gonna hit a home run.